We're playing Beta 4, so the Stormtroopers grenade barrage is actually fixed.
Yes, was a big issue in the past few weeks after the initial beta of 2.2, where the grenade barrage of the stormtroopers didn't work and actually couldn't be fixed until just today. And several people actually, they hated it
Yeah,
because
we're complaining
they just
about it. So
using it.
in the bottom corner we have Tyger playing as the brother captain, and in the top corner we have Sir Topi playing as the Hive Tyrant. What do you think about this match so far? I mean, what do you think about the chances? What could happen here?
Well, at first we are gonna see a very cool stuff motive on the back of the brother captain, as you might see it. Cool stuff. So yeah, brother captain, Hive Tyrant, both very tanky melee heroes with, well, the Hive Tyrant actually obviously has a range option, but I think we might see a big melee clash here.
Precisely. And do you think the Tyger will pick like Force Hellbird?
Probably against. Well, it depends heavily on.
It's not much of an AoE, but on the other hand, it actually has a really retarded DPS, if you ask me.
Yeah, it has. So for guys who doesn't know, the Force Hellbird has 83 power DPS and a splash, which is very nasty to Gene Stealers, for example. But you might as well choose to get the Demon Hammer for a nasty AoE stun, or the Warding Staff if he decides to go with some Purifiers. We might see.
Okay, so we have Tyger going Tiger Squad, Strike Squad, and double Inquisitor to Stormtroopers. Do you think he's actually going to get grenade?
Probably. Depends on how well he will be using it, but some players did try to adapt and not going for grenade launchers anyway, because it didn't work, so he might be as well not using them at all, and just trying to keep up with the Tyranid swarm without them at all.
Well, we have the crippling poison on the Stormtroopers, and the Hive Tyrant is going back, forced off by the Strike Squad. They're now going to melee the Thermaguns, which are doing right away, being flanked by the Stormtroopers.
Yes, and some ninja capping on the natural VP of Sir Topi at the moment. So Tyger has.
Yes, you know, brother captain is actually really tanky.
Really tanky. He is immune to suppression and knocking back, so to weapon knockback, that is.
I have someone asking me for his opponent. I'm trying to check if he's on. He's not on. Okay, so I'm going to reply.
The Strike Squad and Brother Captain obviously smacking on some Tyrannids and melee. Strike Squad and some other units of the Grey Knights got some pretty cool looking pictures, as you can see here. Avatars, so quite new from Kilborn, I think, has made them. Pretty cool stuff. Brother Captain as well, and Interceptors, and I think the Purgation Squad has.
Yes.
Tyger,
by the way,
going for
Sir
a triple.
Topi is going for double Hermagan, double Thermagant, which is not exactly what I will go against the the Grey Knight. On the other hand, you have Tyger with triple Stormtroopers and the Strike Squad. I think so far the Tyger actually has a lot stronger build. He might be able to maintain the map advantage, the cap advantage.
He might. Yeah, the advantage that the Hive Tyrant gives is just a basic synapse, so he doesn't need to go for Warrior Brood anyway. But I think he didn't see the video Indrid made on his channel, on his YouTube channel lately, where this Strike Squad actually pummeled the Hormaguns quite nastily in melee. So yeah, he might be underestimating them, and we see a 2-1 cap at the moment, and quite okay. Well, pretty.
I have to say that Sir Topi is actually doing a really good job on capping. You know, considering his build, like it might not be the best option around, but still.
Yeah, and Tyger
He's not, you know, Tyger is not forcing the map control so far. At least not in like a really hard way.
Not really, but he's gone for triple sergeants on his stormtroopers, actually, making them quite a bit more tanky. Well, tanky is not the right term for this, but they definitely can take a little more damage at all, and make them detectors, whatever this is for. Might be a little bit of power waste, or what do you think of that?
So I have Retaxas just sent me a couple of replays from his previous games, so I'm going to be quiet for a little while. So please continue. I'm
Yes,
going
okay.
to join you soon.
So this triple stormtrooper build we see here is actually fully retreating again in vision of this full melee, not melee, but this full Tyrant blob here. Warriors, as well as 3 of the Gorge squads, and the brother captain will now be getting harassed a little bit using his We Are the Hammer ability, boosting his speed. And yeah, so Topi actually doing a very nice job. Definitely unexpected, and went for some barbed stranglers against all these Inquisitorial stormtroopers, which is definitely a good choice if he can maintain them in ranged. And yeah, these strike squad going for this garrison, as you see here. Gaunt's decapping and ninja capping all the way, and harassing brother captain and all these Inquisitorial stormtroopers here. No weapon upgrade for them at the moment, but not necessarily needed to against these things. So he obviously hasn't decided to go for grenade launchers, but instead going for some purgation squad, who are forced off by these homer guns, double homer guns with adrenal glands. So no player actually went for tier 2 right now, and we have very heavy tier 1 builds. No upgrades for the commandos yet, though. And this Hive Tyrant's going to get shot in the face by all these stormtroopers and might have to be retreating here. So yeah, these homer guns should be decapping and strike squad coming in to defend. Purgation actually got a boost, a buff in some point. I think it's 2.2 beta 1 actually, where their incinerators got their courage damage increased, so they actually suppress very fast right now. At some games where I saw this, it's pretty viable in comparison to what they have suppressed beforehand, and they make a pretty good power harassment squad as well, since flamethrowers generally will do. Now we have a big clash here. These barbed strangler totally have paid off for Topi right now, and he is actually going to tier 2 before Tyger, who on the other hand has really good map control at the moment. And Topi has to keep up with that, since you don't want Grey Knights to have a better map control overall, since they might out-tech you and just stomp you with their superior troops in tier 2 and tier 3, which are of course very expensive. So if he has the map advantage like he does, he might field them quite easily. Yeah, and this brother captain here is crippled by this gripping poison and now being engaged with all these stuff who actually just want to kite him. It's a good way to deal with him. Actually level 2 already, I've turned not leveled yet.
Okay, so I'm back, guys. I've just uploaded the score on the binary beast. And yeah, so far it actually looks like the Tyger is holding on his own pretty well.
Pretty well. On the other hand, he has a 2-0 cap against him, and so Topi pushing him back and going for a Tyrant guard right now, but Tyger is purchasing a Dreadnought on his own, so well, that might get nasty.
Yes, well, so Topi opted for the option of getting a Hive Tyrant really quick. I mean, the Tyrant guard. The problem is, it's not really like a hard AV.
And his Hive Tyrant might go down here, actually. 30 HP, but I think he's fine. And he upgraded to the improved Synapse. Something you don't see too often.
You know, in the course of the game, I believe Tyger might actually want to get the plasma cannon on his Dreadnought.
Might be.
This might be a really good choice. You know, in general, when you're playing against the Tyranids, you want to have a lot of AV. They tend to clump up their forces because they have to. They have synapses.
But he actually goes for the Inferno Cannon, as you can see.
Well, why not?
Well, not. Why not?
It's not about choice, but you know, it's not. It has a higher DPS but lower damage.
Well, actually, oh! Did you see this Nemesis Vortex going up there?
Yes, this was really good. This was really good. And actually, they're returning through the army of Grey Knight.
Yeah, and he lost a Termagant Brute right now, but on the other hand, Topi managed to kill 2 of the Inquisitorial Stormtrooper squads. Yeah, quite, let's say, balanced game at the moment. I did totally not expect.
Yeah, it's actually,
this.
you know, they're going toe to toe, and the VP score is really close.
Yeah, very good play by Topi at the moment. I think a lot of players just underestimate them.
Yes, like I said, he's a really tough middle player, and you know, Tyger lost double Stormtroopers, which is actually a huge goal. They're not so cheap.
No, exactly.
And he actually, I believe, he bought sergeants for both of them.
Yes, for all 3 troops as well, as I mentioned before. And
yes, so actually, that's a lot of wasted resources. I mean, yeah, and he might have a little VP advantage, but oh, he actually got the Nemesis Demon Hammer.
Yes, I don't think this is a very smart choice at the moment. So Topi doesn't have.
Actually, it might be. I mean, it can be a really good AOE weapon.
It can be, but they're not. Well, so Topi didn't get go for some Gene Stealers right now. But
yes.
On the other hand, he has upgraded his Warrior Brute to Adrenal Glands, so they are melee.
And that's the way you want to. I mean, that's the way you want to go against the Grey Knights.
Yeah, totally.
In the end, you won't really benefit that much from having a Bard stronger.
Obviously. And especially since you have already dealt with 2 of the Inquisitorial Stormtrooper squads.
Yes, and by the way, you know, he has double Homo guns.
Yes.
So you want that melee synapse really
much. The brother captain goes down to this Tyrant guard who is in dire strait right now. Because these Purgation actually upgraded to the...
I believe he might actually get away or just use the Cocken like he uses now.
The shield wall, yes. And
actually, it's a really good play by Topi. I mean,
definitely.
He's actually drawing the fire, and the Purgation squad went for the Psy Cannons, but can they really keep the Hive Tyrant down? He's really tanky at this point.
Yeah, not only that, he also got the Crushing Claw, 108 DPS heavy melee, and he will
yes, by
take
the way, you
on
know,
this
the
Granite
Purgation squad, if they retain their default Flamers, they could actually stop the Homo guns, but not anymore.
Yeah, I think he upgraded to the Purgation Psy Cannons in behalf of this Tyrant guard. But it turned out to be a bad decision after all. Maybe, let's see. And the Hive Tyrant dies too, so...
Well, one thing you have to keep in mind is that he has one less generator. So he actually gets a bit less power. I mean, okay, his Termagants and Hive, I mean, the Tyrant got hitting on the power, but they're not going to do much.
Well, actually,
well, it's a triple cap, so on the other hand, you know, he actually did pretty well.
Yeah, he does pretty well, but he does not only have a generator less, but a power point too.
Yes.
Doesn't have his,
you
but
know,
he's going for it now.
The power point only gives plus 5 to power, so it's not that much unless you build a node.
Yeah, it's not that much, but you can definitely underestimate it if you have it just for the whole map, for the whole game.
And by the way, he had one generator more.
Yeah,
it's
and
like the real difference there.
This Tyrant guard will die here probably to this Purifiers, yes. Purifiers really do pack a punch in melee, as you saw there. Upgraded to their Justicar obviously. So what do you think, Purifiers against this Tyrant army right now?
You know, the Tyranids, I mean the build that Topi is using should, you know, in the long run actually lose against what Tyger has. But oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Nemesis
But
Vortex, yeah.
like I said, okay, he's building a high bruteness. The problem is he can't really stay on the field, so he'll keep losing the VP point.
Yeah, and he will keep losing this advantage he's built in, just because, let's face it, Tyger has stronger units on the field right now, and both
Yes,
have.
I'm sorry for interrupting that much, but there's another problem I have to deal with, so I'm gonna be quiet for like 1 minute again.
Oh, it's okay. Well, you see these Purifiers here totally owning these Hormagons. We've made it to level 2 and get away again. Upgraded to the Endless Swarm actually, putting them up to 10 models, and this Venom Brute who's recently been purchased on Retreat 2. And well, this Dreadnought still lives. Interesting. And he is going for the Warp Field on his Hive Tyrant, which is a pretty decent choice, I think, since he doesn't have any war gear to use his power on. And yeah, Tyger actually is doing a very good job, but so is Topi, and I'm pretty interesting how this unfolds in the long run. Strike Sword without any upgrade whatsoever, at level 3 with 1324 HP, and Tyger's going to tier 3 right now, and this is probably a good point to go to tier 3 right now. And we see some infestation towers go up, and so Topi definitely doesn't have now he has, okay. He has actually learned that this blue spark flying over the air is just very, very potent against all his Hormagons. We try to keep on these Purifiers, but the Purifiers are just very strong, as you see there, and one of his Hormagon brutes actually are in danger to die. And so Topi apparently lost his Warrior Brute somewhere. I missed that. And the Dreadnought still wandering around, being repaired all the time by this Inquisitorial Stormtrooper squad. And now this Dreadnought has to run away, definitely. Venom Brute and Hive Tyrant. Venom Brute did not upgrade to the range synapse yet. And well, let's see. This Dreadnought is really low on health. Might be escaping nonetheless. No, it has 14 HP and goes down to this relentless chase of Venom Brute and Hive Tyrant actually, and the Venom Brute just retreats out of here, since Purifiers and Purgation are actually coming in to fall in their back. Yeah, VPs are pretty, well, not too even at the moment, but so Topi definitely doing a very nice job in keeping up in map presence and stuff, and is already in tier 2. Tier 3 2. Yeah, pretty intense match right now, and I'm pretty amazed. Hormagon's trying to keep on these Purgations who just head into this garrison, and now try to smack on these Inquisitorial Stormtroopers. Meanwhile, Tyger has kept the natural VP from Topi and the contested VP in the middle, while Topi trying to go for this victory point on the far left side of the map. Hormagon's trying to keep on these strike squad, but that's really not a good deal with him, and Tyger does not upgrade the strike squad whatsoever. I think it's quite of a waste, but instead he's going for some paladins.
And it actually might be a really good choice. I mean, considering the turn is still free but doesn't have the power to actually get anything.
Yeah,
he has 100 power. I mean, to get the con effects, I believe you need 150. I might be wrong. I might be wrong, but still.
And
I think he's actually opting for the Tyrant guard.
yeah, the might be. The interesting stuff is if Tyger can cover his paladins in the fog of war, so Topi doesn't know that there's very heavy melee on the field that can easily take on the count effects.
Yeah, but on the other hand, he's going with the paladins, but they can't really go toe to toe with Tyrant guard.
You mean the Swarm Lord?
No, yeah, the Swarm Lord.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. He upgrades for a incinerator on these paladins. Interesting choice.
Actually, it's a really good upgrade. I mean, so far, okay, he's going for a con effect, but other than that, he's only having like a really weak key. Like the infantry army.
Yeah, and now he might have spotted these paladins and might be considering to cancel this con effects and go for
no, not really. He actually needs that con effects, and he could go for a tone back. But on the other hand, he's lost a couple of squads. It's like 3 squads against 5 now.
Now it's running really bad for Sir Topi. And both players actually can drop a nuke. No, Sir Topi doesn't anymore. He used some red for his brood nest and some capillary towers. But Tyger can drop a nuke.
But on the other hand, I mean, like I said at the start of the game, he actually opted to go for double Thermagun. It's not like the best building, it's Grey Knights. So he's doing a really good job so far, but okay, the con effects is out, but unless he can get a really good upgrade for him, like a Tone back or perhaps a Barbed Strangler, he won't be able to do much with him.
He's going for the Thorn back apparently.
And it's a really good choice. I mean, you actually want to have something to tie up the paladins, and the paladins, I believe, I might be wrong, but still, the paladins cannot actually beat the Thornback con effects one on one.
Oh, I actually think they can, but I might be wrong as well. So we'll see. They're heavy melee. They have really high damage output, and they really can tank a lot. I mean, well, they don't have splash damage in melee, but yeah, let's see. An interesting choice would have been the Doom of Melantai, I think, dealing with all this heavy armor as well as...
it's beta 4, but there was like a major issue with Doom of Melantai, which is... I mean, it couldn't actually do damage to super heavy infantry that was super units like Avatar or, Great Unclean One.
Okay. I didn't know that. I just saw that they increased the reload time of the paroxysm by 25 seconds. What's a major deal?
Yes, it is a major deal, but still it's not as game breaking as Doom of Melantai not being able to actually do any damage.
Yeah, true. But the VPs are ticking down for Sir Topi and the game is over at this point.
Yep.
And very interesting game. I did not see that coming, to be honest, but really good.
Yeah, me neither, but it's the best of 3 and I believe it was the first game.
It was the first game, and
so we actually might see a lot more action on this.